Welcome to Deco Guide, the only app designed to help you navigate your college and career journey in the quickest and most affordable way. This podcast is brought to you by EdTechquity, dedicated to opening doors to higher education and career opportunities for all.
Hey y'all, welcome to our What Would You Do series, where I get to ask professionals unscripted questions about what they would do to overcome obstacles in college and beyond. Today we have Professor G to ask a series of questions. Hey Professor G, so what if I'm not too sure if I want an AA or a full BA? Do I have to make that decision before enrolling, or can I make it while I'm enrolled?
Both. You can make it while you're enrolled, you can make it before you're enrolling. What I normally do, right, when I see a student, I say, look, pick the highest degree that you never thought you'd get. Make that your goal. And the reason I say that is because financial aid, especially if you're receiving money from the federal government, right, or the state government, there's rules that financial aid can only pay for classes that are within your major. Okay. Mm-hmm. And if they find out they'll run a report, and if your classes are not in line with a major, then they're not going to pay for those 2 or 3 classes that you have, right? And so that's going to take your grant down really fast, just down. Don't do that to yourself. Okay. Broad. If you're considering associate's degree or transfer, say transfer. Why? Because you can always change it to an associate's degree and there's no penalty. Because the transfer requirements are so much more, you have lots of choices now. You can take classes that are counted for your AA, you can take classes that are counted for university, and financially they ain't going to touch you because your goal is this high, right? And you have lots of requirements to choose from. When you choose associates only, right? As soon as you get past that first English class that's associate's degree level, none of the others are going to get paid for by financial aid because you're not a transfer major, you're an associate's degree major. And so you shoot yourself in the foot if you choose a lower goal. Same goes for someone that comes in and says, hey, Professor G, I want a certificate in cosmetology. I want to cut hair and I want to do all that. I go, great, we can do the certificate in cosmetology, but I'm going to put you into our system as associate's degree in cosmetology. Because one of these semesters, you might not get that Cosmo class, that cosmetology class, which means we got to put in some of the general ed, and then financial aid will leave you alone because your goal is higher. It's associate's degree in cosmetology as opposed to a certificate in cosmetology. Like I said earlier in other podcasts, is you can change your major at any time. So for example, this semester you might be associates in business, but next semester you switch that major to say transfer in business, and now you just open up a whole set of classes that financial aid will accept because your major is now business. And then, say the following semester you apply for financial aid and they denied all your classes because they say they're not eligible, then change your major to where those classes count for that, just that one semester or 2 semesters, so that financial aid kicks in and actually pays for them. And then you're just continuously making progress. You just got to decide when is it you're going to switch those majors to maximize financial aid, right? And we do that. Why? Because you have to learn not just one thing. You have to learn a lot of things, right? And some of those are going to be in different areas. For example, students that are taking a business major, very popular major, and of course, everyone wants to make $1 million, right? And one of the best majors to make $1 million quick is going to be business administration. So, business administration, for example, the major does not require spreadsheets, which is ridiculous to me because a business student uses spreadsheets all day. Mm-hmm. So if you add a spreadsheets class, like a CISA 315 at my school, that's what a spreadsheets class is. If you add one of those, financial aid, and you're a business major, financial aid isn't going to pay for it, which is ridiculous because you need spreadsheets as a business person. If you don't know how to use spreadsheets as a business person, you're in trouble. You're not going to be a really good business person if you don't know how to use spreadsheets. But it's not required by the major. So this student would have to take this class and not get paid financial aid for it. Okay, that's a serious issue, is because not all of us have the same technology access when we're young, right? So what do? You first start off Sacramento City College as a information processing, computer information science major on purpose. Why? So you can take those computer classes and get paid for them for financial aid. Then halfway through that semester, right, or almost before the next semester, you switch your major to business administration. Now you got your computer classes paid for, and now any business class you take after that is paid for as well. And so once you understand how to do that, and you're talking with a counselor that's savvy, not all counselors are savvy. So make sure you find one that understands, these issues that you're going to run into and how to tackle these issues. And so just make sure that, again, you're talking to your counselor, you're talking to your professor, talk to people who understand strategy on how to maximize, right, all of these units that, you're going to have to take in order to become that successful professional.
I didn't know that. Thank you, Professor G.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning into Techo Guide, the app focused on bringing you tools and content to help you make better decisions about school, life, and career. We hope this episode has inspired you to pursue and excel in your own educational and career journey. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share.